guys. Back, what is it, Monday afternoon. Cutting second cut. Decent little stand this time on this field. Really ain't as, not quite as good as the first cut. But it'll suffice for what we're doing. The M5-111 made it back today. They delivered it for me, dropped it off. Didn't tell me a single thing they had done to it, it just showed up. So, they wasn't able to pick up the M5 today. Perfectly fine, I'll finish up cutting this field and my other three with this. I guess I'll end up breaking any payment with the M5-111. Until it breaks again. Just don't have a whole lot of faith in them having it fixed. Shouldn't say that. The dealer's been a good dealer as far as dealing with and getting me this tractor here. But the tractor being as new as it was and already having that kind of an issue, as I haven't said, what it done is it lost the detents and the shift forks. Originally, it's a 12-speed tractor, M5-111. Just randomly lost a detent. It didn't want to go in the other gears, and it broke the shift forks were broken in it. The dealer said they've never actually had one do that before. So the M5-111 is actually a really good tractor. You just don't have any issues whatsoever. But that one did. So we'll see. We'll see if it was actually fixed the right way. It's going to get the lamp right up good. I'm going to take it over a mold. And some of those front edges of the field and stuff, and the stuff that I cut yesterday, which was the stuff that had all the goldenrod in it. That hay will be sold for like erosion control and stuff like that. It's not good for livestock. It's actually poisonous to livestock. Goldenrod is, in case anybody didn't know that. So that's what it'll be sold for. It'll be cheap. It'll probably be around $20–25 a bale for that. This stuff here, if I sell this, which I probably will, I'm looking at just a lot better stuff. Probably $60+ a roll on this. Depending on how much you get, you may not get enough to even really sell. But I roll a 5 to 6 bale. So that takes quite a bit of grass to cut. Rolling 5 to 6s. If you wonder what the cutter is a Galfre. Italian built cutter. It's an 8-foot, really good cutter. I really like it. It's noisy. It's quite loud. I'm trying to get it's a loud cutter. But it does what I need it to do, and it was cheap. Even to replace it with a new one, it's not all that much money. I think about $7,200 for a brand new one if I have to, for some reason. It's been down for about a week. The bolts connect the lift cylinder and the arm and the gearbox. They mount in the gearbox. Went to pick it up the other day, quick as it'll go, and those bolts had broke. I didn't know it. Hauled it out of the field on the trailer, drilled and tapped those out, we're back up and going. This is day 2 of it running and actually cutting. But I'm going to try to get this, at least get this section done. I'd like to get all this field done. Gotta go mow veterinary clinic here in a little bit. Pro on the way, so hoping there's a lot better video quality coming out than me just sitting there holding the phone. I know it's pretty shaky, and I don't know if the audio is worth a darn or not any of that. So I've got one of those coming. Forgot them. Know when it'll be here. I forgot I didn't even bother looking at the tracking today. See when it'll be here. I think it shipped this morning or last night, one of the two. But regardless, I got one on the way. Got a few mounts on the way. It'd be great if I had just kept this tractor, trying to distract and kept it. Could mount y'all to windows and things. Get a lot better view of this place. Stuff that I do with M5-111. I have to find a place to mount on it. I guess I'll mount stuff to the roll bar. I am in a way glad to have it back. It is a 12-speed tractor. This is not. This is an 8. I'm running fourth gear right now, low range. We're cutting at 4.4 mile an hour. I really like to be cutting at about 6, but I don't want to have to go low range, or excuse me, high range. And up 70, 60, I can kick it on up 5th or 6th gear and get the speed that I want without having to change ranges. Like the sachet out, get this corner. Started on this field yesterday, and actually had a set of belts start slipping on it. I got this thing back together, didn't quite have it tight enough. And we had a little bit of rain come through before I started cutting, about 30 or 45 minutes before I started cutting. So that didn't help any. I got these all tightened up, and we're up here getting her done now. First cut hay was a lot better out of here. It was full of clover, full of Timothy. This landowner, no one's cut off this several years. Until I started it this year. This is the second cut off of it. And he's just been keeping it bush hogged. He's got a little 40 horsepower case and a 6-foot cutter. He spends a day back here cutting it. And I'm kind of glad he did. He's kept all the weeds out of it. It's actually real good stuff. People may not agree with me. I don't know if you noticed what I just done when I picked that cutter up. I didn't pick it up with the hydraulics cylinder on it. I picked it up with the 3-point so the whole thing would float. I've seen people, most of the people I've seen cut hay don't do that. They pick it up with the cylinder. This machine is real finicky with the hydraulics. On any of the tractors that I've had it on, it's real jerky. You can try to be easy with it, and it'll real jerky up and down, fall down real easy. And it picks up. Sometimes it'll pick up slow, sometimes it'll pick up fast. And it's hard on it, especially if you're setting it back down. It'll catch ground really, it'll hit the ground really, really hard if you aren't careful with it. So that's why I'm just using the 3-point on it. You see, I picked it up right there, the 3-point. I went for a ride in that hand, didn't you? But I just found out it's a little easier on it. Seems to be easier on that. Easier on the tractor too. Just pick it up all at one time. 3-point. And I'm sure somebody's going to complain about the way I'm cutting and making my turns. But it's just the way I do it. Sure, somebody's been cutting hay for a whole lot longer than I have. Try to tell me a better way to do it, and that's fine. I'm open to suggestions. I'm making my turns a little better, a little easier. No problem with that whatsoever. Thing is, I forget about this tractor having mirrors on it. I could be watching the mirror right there. Yes. Another thing I have to get back used to. I get back on the 70-60. I have the mirrors. I've got quite used to these mirrors on this thing when I push hog it. Not having to turn the neck around and look. I think we'll have a decent little hay crop on this field. It's not too bad. It's decently thick again. Sprayed. I put a liquid fertilizer down on this one. Matter of fact, I put it on this one and I think 2 of my other fields, and they've come up really, really thick. Got another little field. There's a neighbor. There's another little field I'm going out. Another neighbor. It's not quite even. Well, it might be an acre. Maybe 3/4 of an acre. I gotta do it. Watch my fuel gauge here too. This tractor does like fuel. It does not have a 540 EPDO. It's a straight 540. Not even a 540 1000. Unless they've got this one where they can change out the shafts on it. If they're doing it that way, I don't know. This is a 2016 model tractor, so it may be a little different than the new ones. But as far as I know, it's just a 540 tractor. There is no selector on the back of it, or in the cab, either one. That's kind of what made my assumption. Like having a 540E on the 70-60. Does a lot better on fuel. And I can't really complain too much because of the power this tractor here has over the 70-60. Really, I don't think the fuel consumption's all really that bad. Neither one of them do as good as my 1085 Massey though. 1085 Massey will sip fuel. I can run the 7-foot bush hog on it through some really, really nasty, thick, heavy ground, and it just sips the fuel. Good thing about that little Perkins in it. The tractor is over 100 horse since I think 81 at the BTO. 4-cylinder, 318 cubic inch, so it's a pretty good sized motor. And it just, I mean, just sips the fuel. I'm really be glad to get that tractor back up and going again. It's got a water pump went down on it. At the start of, when I was prepping my fields for this first cut, I went through and trimmed them down early spring. I mean, real early. I'm talking right around. Actually, wasn't even spring yet. Right there at the end of February. It was right at the end of February. I bought the M5-111 on March 8th. It was the very end of February. The water pump went down then, and I bought the 70-60 to get me going until I could get it fixed. It's still not up yet. Got a water pump and a pulley on the way. Anybody that does a water pump job on 1085 Massey Ferguson, if you pull the water pump pulley off of it, be very careful because it will break. do not put a regular puller on it that sits behind the pulley. You need to have a puller on it that will allow you to get to the put your bolts in it when the fan bolts on, and do it that way. Believe me, I learned my lesson on that. But I've got a pump and a pulley on the way off of a used tractor. For $100 and $45 in shipping, I couldn't beat that. And I've got a new just a pulley. I've got a pulley on the way too. And I'm more than likely just going to go ahead and order an actual brand new water pump for that tractor. Well, this will be a used pump. Who knows how long it'll last. 120-acre job that I mentioned a few videos back. Haven't heard. I messaged the guy today. He is getting it. They're still waiting on an all clear on it. We'll get an all clear on it. We'll be on the. Well, I'd like to see if they won't bring me this one back. I'd like to put the line pride on this and the 7-footer on the M5-111 where I can put 2 tractors on it. Go at it that way. Hold it. Or if I get the 1085 fixed in time, I'll put the 7-footer on the back of it. Put the line pride on the back of the 7060. But regardless, if we get it, we'll get her done somehow. Just like to add 2 machines on it to get it done a little quicker. Really like to not spend an entire week out there on that. But if we have to, we do. It is what it is. Get over here. Start getting this over here cut. And I really like to get this cut before it gets dark where I get over there and get stuff mowed. I can. Don't know. I'm not gonna hurt my feelings. I just put on this. I'll finish cutting it tomorrow. Nothing else. About 20 to 6 now. I don't really know how many acres is on this. Haven't bothered asking. It really doesn't bother me too much to find out, really. So, anyway, what I'll do when I come back and get all this cut, all that undercut tree and stuff, anything I'm not cutting with this board, it's like with the new property that I picked up. I come back to the bush hog, cut up underneath all the trees and anything I didn't cut, and I take care of it for them. But this here and that one I picked up yesterday with all the goldenrod in it, all that was just give to me. And it was just, yeah, go ahead and take care of it, maintain it, you can have it. I can't complain about that. The rest of the land that I've got, well, the neighbor over here, the little 3/4 acre field, it's given to me as well. Just did the same thing with it. The other property that I have, it's behind the house. It is actually on a lease. I have a lease it. The darndest thing is, it's family. But I'm hoping to buy it out whenever. It's on a 3-year lease. This is lease for year 1. I'm gonna release it regardless. Even if they don't want to sell it, if they do want to sell it, that's where my I'm going to buy it. I'm going to put my house. I'm going to build a new house, put a new house back there. There's already a property beside the house I'm at now. That little, about a 2-acre lot, it's up for sale as well. They want too much money for it. $25,000 for 2 acres is a little too much. Too much for me, anyway. I'll give them 10 for it just because of where it's at. But $25,000 is a little too much. Shoot, the banks won't even lend that kind of money on it. Paying them $5,000 an acre around here. That's their maximum. They won't lend no more. But either way, get it, don't. I'm still cutting. Maintaining it and cutting it for the owner. She hasn't told me not to yet. I done first cut in that little area right there, as you can see. Right in there, it was real thick. Real thick. Had a lot of, that over there had a lot of clover in it when I cut first time. Clover just ain't coming back in it. Yeah. It's getting pretty thick right here again. But I might come in and plant clover in this. I don't know yet. Maybe not. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe just keep it the way it is and keep it cutting the way it is. She was pretty adamant about me coming and cutting it at least this week because he was going to bush hog it all down. Which I didn't blame him. There ain't nothing I can do about that. I'm not paying him nothing for it. Basically just maintaining it. But we'll go ahead and end this. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and commit to it and finish cutting this. I may come back with a video of raking and baling. It'll be a few days before I get that out. There's a bush hog job tomorrow. We do have that tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to. I might just put the M5-111 on the back and go do it tomorrow afternoon. I don't know when they're gonna come get this tractor. That'll be a good little video, I guess. It's nothing big, about an acre. I try to get videos of hauling stuff. Not all the time hauling stuff for somebody else. Motorhomes or junk trucks or something like that. I try to get videos of that stuff. If that's something y'all are interested in, kind of let me know down in the comments. And GoPro's coming, so we'll do that. And I may get a few videos of hauling the tractors around, stuff like that. I'm always doing something. And if you didn't know, I do work a full-time job. I'm an operator. Excuse me. At a transfer station. And there's, that's always a joyful little event every day. And the event this morning, wasn't real happy this morning, first thing. Started the day out with a building full of garbage, no trailers. Got my first trailer in, they had dumped stuff in there, and I pushed it off and pushed the trailer over on one side. Stuff went between the wall of the building and the trailer. That was just a bit of an event this morning. It wouldn't have been nothing out of video on that. There was some cussing going on that. But I'm going to let this video end right here. Just been on long enough. Y'all would please like, subscribe to me. I'm always getting into something. Tell me what kind of videos y'all want to see. I'll take suggestions. Try to accommodate the best I can. Like I said, the video quality, I sure hope it gets better. I've got a still grows on its way. Anyway, appreciate y'all.